Hi, and welcome to the third episode of Tviva. I am here with my no longer serial guest, now my co-host officially, Ashley Okino, Executive Director of the Fall River Arts and Culture Coalition.
Thank you.
And I am Patty Rigo, Executive Director of Viva Fall River, which is an organization that works really hard to just make Fall River a place that everybody wants to live in and visit. So yeah, we have a really packed show, so I'm going to just cut to it.
Yeah, let's go.
Because July is so busy that the events list that I was preparing, I had to almost go to 2 pages. That's how much is going on in Fall River.
The font could not get any smaller.
It really couldn't. I don't want to have to do. Maybe I'll do Viva Fall River magnifying glasses.
I love it.
Anyway, so first, paramount, the thing that we've been working on the most is Viva Murals, which is a project that expands on Fall River's growing art scene. We have a lot of public art. We were just on a meeting this morning, and another city was saying, you know, New Bedford and Fall River have great public art, and I was really proud of that.
Yeah, we love being an example for others to follow.
Absolutely,
right?
and of course, and sharing our knowledge too, because it's all about collaboration, and we're all about it. So, what is the deal with public art? Why is it so popular? Because I mean, a lot of people talk about this a lot, and I think there's a difference between graffiti and street art, between murals. And,
sure.
And I think, you know, it's been proven that it increases existing business revenue, attracts new businesses. It just an activated space is a safe space, and I think it just brings vibrancy, and it also draws the community in. Speaking of communities, Lynn, Massachusetts, which is very similar to Fall River in a lot of ways, and it's, you know, also another town, Milltown.
Yep.
They have a lot of public art, and they are also working with Beyond Walls, which is who is working with us on Viva Murals. But Lynn just received $500,000 from Mass Development to continue this creativity and this creative collaboration that they have going on. That is quite an investment for a city that perhaps, I don't know, 8 years ago did not have 88 murals or whatever the number is that they have now. So it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, I'm really happy for them. I'm really happy for them. And I mean, obviously a lot of work has gone into it, but you have to have the community behind you. And so, you know, that $500,000 just really is a testament to the good work that's been happening there. And especially, you know, kudos to our Beyond Walls friends for for really, you know, activating a lot of spaces around that city with murals, but also other forms of public art.
Oh, that's true. I just got murals on the brain all the time.
Well, they you know, they have done like over 70 murals, you know, within that number that you mentioned. So we're excited to be selected as part of their, you know, activation of murals across the state actually this summer. Fall River's just one of the cities.
Holyoke and
yeah, they just finished Holyoke. So there's been a few news broadcasts floating around there and some wonderful
That'll be us
articles.
soon. That'll be us in a couple weeks.
It will be. It will be.
So, all right. So our walls are where we have 3 murals that are going up. 2 of them large scale, and one of them that's more of like a community-based collaboration, which I'm really excited for. Yeah. So the first one is.
So let's talk about it. This is just so exciting. So, you know, I mean, FRAC is just really, you know, grateful to be working with Viva Fall Rivers and Beyond Walls to bring these 3 really awesome murals to the city. And so the first location is the John J. Doran Elementary School, which is at 101 Fountain Street, right off of Columbia. And
in the cultural waterfront district.
Yes, it actually, yes, right? Let's activate that space with some more art. So
exactly.
It's really wonderful that this particular mural will be done by Kevin Leto, and he is from Montreal, but his family actually still has ties here in Fall River.
Family's from the Azores, so of course they have ties here to Fall River. I mean,
so we love it's a little bit of a homecoming.
Yeah,
in a way.
No, I think that's a great story.
Yeah, and so Kevin, his practice is really unique in the way that he really gets in with the community and works with the children within the community. So he will be connecting with students from Doran Elementary, and part of a broader part of Kevin's project is a virtual cultural exchange, which will take place with youth in Terra Bamba, Colombia.
I just remember it's off the coast of Cartagena, and I just like saying Cartagena.
I've heard that's a very hot place to travel for vacation right now, because like Fall River, they too are looking to attract people to visit them by activating spaces with beautiful artwork and community engagement.
Absolutely, the community piece as well.
So it's really wonderful that Doran students will be able to meet these other youth, and that together they will work with their artists and learn all about murals and public art, and a mural will go up in each community. And so we can't wait to share that
video.
video.
It's like a pen pal thing. I read that somewhere, and it really just struck with me because I thought it's like an, back in the day, that was a really fun thing to do. I'm not going to give away my age, but sending having an exchange with somebody who is just like you, but somewhere else. So their life is completely different, but you're both youth of the same age. And I think that's just such a valuable cultural experience to have, was that recognizing that there are more similarities than differences.
Yes.
The differences are what gets amplified, but the similarities deserve the same attention. And I think that's what we're going to see in these murals. So
the tagline is we all live under one big blue sky, or something. So the project is actually called the One Blue Sky Project, and working with Kevin Leto is Apt Art. And so can't wait to show it comes up.
That's going to be a great one.
Yes.
And then the second location actually has 2 murals, so I can't say, it's different. But so it's the old Herald News Building, which pretty soon we're going to just be able to call it Potter's Printing. They're the new owners, and they're wonderful, wonderful community members. 207 Pecasset Street, and so I know a lot of people love the nostalgic black and white Herald News painting, but that is going to be transformed.
Yes.
I won't say painted over, I'm going to say transformed, because we don't know what's going to happen yet, but this is all about preserving tradition and bringing the culture of the community in which the art piece is going up, bringing them in, not replacing them, but kind of folding them into this new narrative. So I've said a lot, but Add Fuel.
Add Fuel. So another fantastic artist who will be visiting our city to install this mural. And so Add Fuel's work is really, really beautiful. And I know that the potters themselves were really jazzed, I guess, by it, is a nice way to kind of explain it. And Add Fuel will actually be working with Tracy Barboza.
That's right.
We can say that. And so Tracy is a South Coast artist who we love here in Fall River, and who has done previous public art pieces here in the city.
Absolutely. Also Portuguese heritage, and very proud of it, and that plays into her her art, and she's a glass artist. But she's also done work on the, in Portuguese I should be able to say this, azulejos, the Portuguese tiles. You notice how quiet I get when I try to say Portuguese, because I'm like, if I say it quiet, they're gonna let me be okay with it. So, and that's what Add Fuel, his work is, of the tile style, and often of the color palette, but it's like ripped away, which I think is like the paper effect. So it's going to be really exciting. I mean, we don't want to talk it up more than you're going to be able to see it. And then the lower wall, which if you're familiar with the building, it's got like a lot of brick that wraps street level, and that's going to be done by curated and painted by a local artist.
Yes, Greg Fennison. I'm so excited.
One of our faves. We've mentioned him a lot on this show.
Greg has been on fire lately.
Yeah, Mr. Mural is what I'm going to start calling him. Mr. Mural.
Yep. I'm really thrilled that he will be adding to this project, and that he will be also selecting local artists to work with as well. It's really great. And one of the things that I want to point out is that why these locations were selected.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of walls, so I mean, it is important. There's a lot of walls that could use some love and some light. So, but yeah, why these walls?
Why these walls? So, these particular walls are just really highly visible. The Doran Elementary, it's part of the pen pal exchange that we talked about, but also that wall is incredibly visible from 138.
And it's going to be from the new train station in that area.
And when South Coast Rail comes down
cool
through
thing.
here, so that's
really
it's a little bit of I call them almost like a living billboard.
Yep.
In a way.
Well, the other one is almost a billboard because so I mean, as we're all familiar with the Viva Fall River mural when you're coming through Fall River from the east. I'm so bad with directions, but from the east, from Cape Cod, this Herald News one you can see when you're coming over the Braga going toward Cape Cod, and it's right in time for summer tourism season. I just think this is like the perfect timing, and it's going to make such a splash, and I'm like absolutely thrilled.
There's let's throw some statistics in here.
Oh, you want? Oh,
I do want to throw some in here because
Okay.
I mean, just the impact of it. There's like 80,000 people that go over the Braga Bridge
A day.
A day.
Per day.
Per day.
When I started to do the math for my summer tourism campaign, which we'll talk about next, Tviva, I was like, is that really 5.4 million in July and August? Like that seems like a crazy number, but we need to remember, like a lot of you can see what's around you, and that's your community. But there's a lot of people who know about Fall River and are passing through here. They should stop. They should stop here and see what we have. We're calling them. We're basically beckoning them.
Yeah, I mean, we are the gateway to the South Coast, right? And so, as people come through, whether they continue onto the Cape or go down to the islands, there's just a huge influx of people that come over the highway. So we're going to catch some eyes.
Yes, we are.
It's really exciting.
Absolutely.
And so even we'd mentioned at Pocasset Street, there'll be 2 murals, and only one will be visible from the highway, but the other one will be visible at street level,
Absolutely.
which I'm really excited about it, kind of activating that
Like creating like a
space.
corridor almost down to the Narrows and to some of the artist studios. I mean, we could have a whole episode just on the artist studios,
we'll
and
do that
perhaps
at
we
some
will,
point.
like a little take you on a road with us.
Will do.
But I mean, I know you and I we both are really talking a lot about the public events at no cost to the public. We're inviting people to come and look and see. We're calling them view and chew events because you're going to view the murals being put up, which they're being put up in the last 2 weeks of July. I should say that we've kind of just been like.
So starting July 17th through
That's
the
right.
31st.
And so the last 2 Fridays, July 22nd and 29th, we're going to get some food trucks. We're going to offer some free food. And we have that long picnic table from Fabric, from the Quequechan River Rail Trail that's down now at Pocasset Street. And you're going to be able to come there with your lunch if you want to bring your lunch, but just come, bring some blankets and watch the process, which is going to be really neat with the lifts and people painting and how it comes to life right in front of your eyes. So we'll have those view and chew events, but then we also have some other free community engagement activities planned.
Yes, we do. And so we invite the public to come out on both Sunday, July 10th and 24th to the Fall River Farmers and Artisans Market.
One of my favorite places. I'll be there.
So starting at 11, we'll have some free hands-on activities that will celebrate the murals that will be going up. And also, I just want to rewind back really quick and just say that the food trucks will have those starting at noon.
Oh, that's right.
So
12
from noon to 2 on those 2 last Fridays, but on the first, not the first Sunday, but July 10th and July 24th. Yes, please come out to the FR Fam. If you haven't been there, why not?
Yes.
Why not?
Everybody needs stuff.
Everybody has
Food. Now,
family members
we
that
had
have
a meat truck last week.
What?
Meats, all these amazing cuts of meats, all raised in Tiverton, pork, chicken, farm-raised eggs, and we finally got vegetables. So it's exciting. Things are
That's
exciting. You're like,
amazing.
why are they so excited?
But the FR Fam also just has an amazing number of vendors. I mean,
Yes.
over 20, 30. I mean, how many?
Well, now we're up to 40. Almost everyone has 40. And I mean, this is only our second season. So, I mean, it really is the embodiment of community. And speaking of community, the fundraising for Viva Murals is a crowdfunding campaign. And we are asking the community $5, $10. We all know we give money, just to benefit people in our community, and we would really appreciate some help so that you can really say this is your mural too. It is anyway, but this would really help us out, because if we can get $30,000 by the end of July, we will get that matched by Mass Development.
Yeah.
And who's just amazing organization, and so we really need you to help. And so it's bit.ly/Viva Murals. I made a little short code.
Awesome.
And this is all on VivaFallRiver.com. It's also on Frack's Instagram, and it's also on our social media. We're everywhere on TikTok now. And speaking of being everywhere, this is really exciting. This just happened like 2 days ago. We have custom Viva Fall River jerseys, soccer jerseys. That are going to be $15 from the sale of each $65 jersey is going to be given to Viva Murals, and that's being given to us by the Fall River Marksmen, which
Wonderful.
So many people don't know about them. This is their 100th year, so it's not like
they're not newbies.
They're not new. So yes, they are an amazing organization that really works hard to elevate Fall River. They actually have a platform called Elevate Fall River that I highly recommend, that if you're surfing looking for some good stuff, like really good stuff on the internet, www.marksmen, fc.com, so the Fall River Marksmen. So I wanted to just give a little bit, use this platform to give a little bit of information on them. They started in 1922 when a gentleman called Sam Mark created the Fall River Marksmen. In the 20s and the 30s, they were one of the most successful soccer clubs in the United States, winning the American Soccer League on 6 occasions. They had a phenomenal year in 1930. It was like so big, poised for greatness, and then Great Depression. And
sounds
so,
familiar.
yeah, the Great Depression ruined a lot of things apparently. And then, so the Depression, obviously, before it hit big cities, it really hit the Fall River area hard. So they, Sam Mark decided to take the club to New York, but fast forward a lot to 2019. The club resurfaced here in Fall River. They are, so positive about Fall River and have that Elevate Fall River initiative. And they came to me with this opportunity, and I want to thank them. And I just think it's completely phenomenal. And maybe we can get them on here someday.
That would be great. Yeah, they're really fresh-looking jerseys too. They are, and you can get whatever number you want on it. You can get whatever name you want on it. You can customize it. And I'm just really thankful. Thank you.
No, this is really, and it's going to make a difference. And that's, all of this is for the community, and this is, it's money that we get to show our pride and wear these really fresh jerseys, but also it goes into the murals. So this is the kind of thing that we love, like the concentric circles that just kind of like the Venn diagram of community.
Ooh, yes.
Trademark that one again.
Yeah.
So I wanted to also just say one more thing about the Fall River fam, because that is all about community. You can find out who's on our schedule for each one, and the next one is July 10th, like Ashley said, on fallriverfam.com. And a lot of the same vendors that you can find at the market, you can find at the new Viva Fall River pop-up shop.
Yes.
Yeah, you went to the opening. Thank you for coming.
Oh, I would not have missed it for anything. And so it was a hot day, but it was very cool inside the Viva
We had Dell's
pop-up.
lemonade too.
Yes.
I'd like to think people came just for the store, but if they came just for the Dells, I'm okay with it too.
I definitely enjoyed my Dells. It's been
I enjoyed a lot of
while
Dells
since I've had one. I mean, it's been a little while. So
I was mad that I forgot the pretzel sticks, though. For anybody who's from Fall River, that is a huge no-no, and I just want to make a public apology that I did not bring them. So
no, the Viva pop-up was just a wonderful opening, and I really do look forward to going back again and seeing what different types of items are available for sale.
Well, that's the thing. There are different types of items. There's right now over 25 different makers from the greater Fall River area, and that's all handmade items from personal care products to jewelry to original artwork. Some of the artwork is absolutely stunning. We're about to get some apparel, Fall River branded apparel. And this is just the beginning. Right now we are also selling Mission Cold Brew coffee and iced tea, which is massive. It's such good coffee. And it's also a space for community. You can have events there if you'd like. You can have meetings. We're going to have workshops, free Wi-Fi. I definitely will go into it a little bit more in the next show, but because we'll have a lot more to offer by then. But it's a really, really fun space, and I think it's unexpected, and I hope that it really, really gives like a spark to downtown that kind of like ignites. And it's just, it's fun, it's bright, and it really is nice to just buy nice little things, gifts. There's not a lot of gift shops here.
No, and even behind the pop-up, you have a beautiful little patio too. So you can enjoy your cold brew, enjoy maybe the little purchase that you made, supporting local makers. Kudos. Kudos to the pop-up.
Thank you. And then, in the future, I think the next piece that we're really trying to do is maybe feature products that are actually made here, like Impoppnito, Dorothy Cox. I would love to sell their products, but at the very least, we are going to find a way to educate people about the things that are made in Fall River, the diverse manufacturing, niche and luxury manufacturing that we have here in the city. I could rattle them all off, but this concept is we had a great beginning, but now from here we're only going to flower out and really just show how Fall River is a place that our local economy is on the rise, and with more investment and with more interest, we can continue that upward trajectory.
Yeah, let's activate that whole area.
Absolutely.
Some great shops, yeah.
Yeah, and then I think, like I said, like July is chock full. I mean, I don't even think we'd have to do a marathon show to go through all the, honestly, to go through all the events. But summer evenings in the park are back, and you weren't with us last year for that.
No, but I can't wait. I've heard nothing but good things.
I'm pretty excited about you being able to be a part of it, because for me, those events were definitely born out of, you know, they were conceived of right after the tragic shooting that happened in Griffin Park last year, and a lot of people were like, how do we start bringing people together? How do you get to know your community better? How do other people get to know other neighborhoods? And so the Narrows Center for the Arts, which is just, Fall River is very lucky to have them, spoke with the mayor's office, and they said, you know what gets people out? Free music, free food, free things for the kids, and just like, we have awesome parks. We have 124 parks and playgrounds in this city, which is astounding. I couldn't even tell you where like maybe half of them are, but we have them. We have a lot of green area.
Yeah.
And so last year we did, they were every Wednesday in July and August. They were at 4 different parks. This year, we're expanding it to 8 different parks, and the schedule you'll be able to find on Facebook and on vivafallriver.com. But just quickly, Griffin Park, Pulaski, Poulos, which that one nobody knew where it was, but now it's on the map on Etna Street next to Maplewood Gardens. Ruggles Park, Kennedy, Lafayette, Abbott Court, which is in the south end, and North Park. And so from 5:30 to 8, there's live music, so there'll be alternating between the South Coast Brass Band, which people loved, Dirty Water Brass Band, and the Marcus Montero. Sometimes they're a trio, sometimes they're a duo, but they're always really good.
Always good.
They're always good. That's jazz. And then there's a lot of arts and crafts for the kids. So spray paint art, which, I mean, everybody loves the spray paint art. That was like the hit of the summer last year. Bracelet making, sun catchers, bookmarks, rock painting with our friends at River Rocks. So, I mean, there's kids everywhere just, you know, out in the sun enjoying, and then food provided by Greater Fall River Recreation, which honestly,
they're the best.
so many, they're the linchpin for so many things that happen in the community. And really, sometimes they get due for it, and sometimes you don't even know that they're behind some of it, which is really the mark of a great organization, one that's really doing it for the community. So yeah, I mean, for me, what was nice is my daughter was super into them. She's all excited about them. And by the end of last year's series, she'd have friends that would be there
every week.
That might have lived across the city, and how would they ever get to know each other? But now they're friends, and that's what these are. It's down and dirty community engagement, just coming out and just seeing what.
So what do people need to go to a summer evening in the park? Like, what do you do? Do I bring a blanket with me, perhaps?
Yeah, a lot of people do. People bring chairs. Definitely BYOC. Bring your own chairs. Bring a blanket if you want. A lot of the times, you know, some of these newer parks, they have some seating, but by and large, people brought things to sit. And I also forgot to mention that this event goes one step beyond, and we partner with food pantries, such as like Citizens for Citizens and Greater Fall River Food Pantry, to provide to-go groceries. So, and I just loved that part of it too. You know, like, it's not just like, come to this event so we can, like, you know, optically it looks great, but we want you to take this home, and we care about what happens to you after this, which is also warms my heart. I really love this event. I'm super excited about it, and I'm really grateful that we were able to do it again. And Bristol County Savings Bank was their sponsorship was a reason that we're able to do this again this year, because, you know, these things are not cheap. But they're absolutely, the investment is invaluable. I mean, it doesn't matter how much it costs. Really.
No, it doesn't. And I mean, it's important that there is a cost, because it means people are getting paid too. It means the musicians are being paid. And we do care about, you know, creative workers making a living wage.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else we want to mention about July. I mean, I just think that people have to pace themselves. There's also, you know, food truck event.
There's a drive-in event.
The drive-ins.
Back to the Future's the movie. What a good movie.
I love that.
Yeah.
So yeah, every year they try to do, well, they've only done it 2 years, so I'm like, every year, they try to do one that is a throwback. Retro, because we're retro now. Because we're retro. Yeah. And last year was Grease, which people really loved. And I think the one in September, because August is a weird month the way it rolls out.
It's a Marvel
so it's
movie.
It is the Avengers.
Avengers.
The original one. I've never seen any of them, but I know it's important for me to say.
But I've seen Back to the Future, and I would be thrilled to see it again at the drive-in.
Yes, and you know, the drive-ins are so much more than just that. Actually, Greater Fall River Recreation is going to be there doing food there.
Yep.
But there's always like character actors dressed up that we have at the Fall River Fam too. We also, you know, they've had live music. We also
They'll have activities and
lots
everything.
of activities.
And what I want to also mention is that this year for the drive-in, you don't need to get a ticket ahead of time.
Oh, really?
No, you don't. But you should arrive. Yeah, you don't need a ticket, but you need to arrive early because
gates are at 6:30, I think. And
5:30, 6:30, 5:30. Movie starts at 8:30.
Yeah.
I do know that, but you want to get there early because they are really, really popular. And where they're located is at the old Durfee Auditorium.
The Ray Street entrance, the old parking lot. I mean, it's really, it's perfect. It's a perfect location.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm so glad to see it activated again. Active spaces are safe spaces. Can we get a shirt that says that?
I mean,
speaking of shirts that say that, you gotta wrap it in every time. You gotta wrap it in.
Yeah.
So tell us about the next FRAC meetings because we're running out of time.
Sure. So I invite everybody. FRAC is, again, open to all. Membership is 100% free, and it's really just about people who want to really utilize the arts and culture that is happening and can continue to grow and happen here in the city to really just make lives better for everyone.
Find new ways to connect with other people.
Yep.
I mean, for me, it's great to see people who didn't even know. Somebody the last time didn't know that Heritage State Park, you can use it for events, and they have a theater, and
it's all about networking and making connections.
Cool.
And so I invite everyone to join us. We always meet the second Monday of the month at 5 o'clock at rotating locations. And so for July, we're going to be meeting at the Fall River Public Library.
Ooh.
So do follow FRAC on Instagram. We always post where our meetings are going to be happening, and we share out your events too. So if you tag us, and same thing with Viva Fall River. We want to promote you. We're here to support you. So
I spend a lot of time scouring the internet. Today alone, I found 3 events that had to get added to the July events calendar, and so Where
did you fit them?
I didn't. I mean, we're at capacity. No more events for July, anybody. But in all seriousness, which isn't really serious, go to vivafallriver.com. If you have an event, right on the homepage at the bottom, it says submit your event. I promise I will approve it. We need help from people to know. I don't know what I don't know, and I feel like we've gotten a good handle. I mean, definitely the list has grown. It grew from a 2-page document, so now it's like a 14-page document, all the events for the year.
Yeah.
So
we love a good event here in Fall River.
Yeah, and I look forward to the August episode. We're going to be talking about August events, of course, which we have a big one coming, the Street Art Festival, first annual, I'm calling it because it's going to be annual, from our friends at Organizations Standing Together and a couple other partners. And also we'll talk a little bit about the summer tourism campaign that Viva Fall River launched on the first day of summer. And if you happen to be going through Providence on your way back to the city, take a look up to the left around the Waterman Street Ave exit, and you might find a billboard that's very interesting to you.
Yes.
Little scavenger hunt. Go and check it out and let me know what you think. So, but yeah, I mean, vivafallriver.com. Please always reach out to us if you have any questions, and the same with FRAC.
Yeah.
Ashley is highly responsive.
Like I said, FRAC's open to everyone, and I really do invite people to become a member or just sign up for our newsletter, which you can also do at vivafallriver.com.
Yeah, we have a lot of newsletters, so,
so you can sign up.
We want to give you the information that's up here.
Or stalk our Instagram from afar. That's okay.
Stalk us.
That's okay.
Well, thank you, and until next time, Viva Fall River.